Welcome to our end of the year ritual. So, do you have your tea? Do you have your coffee? Do you have warm? This is a beautiful, special moment that you're going to create for yourself before we finish this year of our lives. So, go grab whatever you need to grab to feel comfortable, to feel good, because this next hour is a little ode to yourself and what you've lived through during the last 12 months. I want you to find a cozy, comfortable space in your house or wherever you are. And that could be on the floor, as I am, or on a sofa, or just your favorite spot in your bedroom or in your living room, whatever space you find. This is what we're going to need for the next hour. Something comfortable to wear, something warm and loving to drink. You're going to need your journal or whatever you use to write in. And I'm also going to ask you to bring a few things to create an altar. So some of the basic things for an altar like this one is to have a base for the altar. And it can be something like this. I have this tray, which is really practical because I can transport it wherever I need to take it. For you, it might be a piece of cloth, or any sort of covering that is of value to you, or that is just practical or pretty to create an altar on. The other thing that you want to have on your altar is a candle, if possible, a symbol of light in your life, and something to represent the different elements. So right now what I have here are these little bowls. One has water in it, one has earth in it, some dirt. And whatever represents spirit to you, sometimes we use incense or palo santo or any other element or symbol that represents the soul and the spirit. Fire is represented by your candle as well. So go ahead and get that together. You can pause the video. Another thing that we use for our altars is something to represent the season, the moment of life that you're in. So we're just going to start simple, and then we'll develop the altar as we go along. If you'd like, you can bring yoga blocks or cushions, pillows. You might want to bring a blanket or something to wrap yourself with for our relaxation. So go ahead and get those things together and pause the video and then come back. So if you're seeing me now, you have all of your elements together. And we're just gonna take a moment at first to just settle in this moment, settle into this process that we're about to enter. Close your eyes, take a comfortable seat. Take a few breaths without needing to change the breath at the moment. Just tune into your breath. And each breath will allow you to arrive more present into this moment. A lot of times our thoughts are way ahead of ourselves. Our thoughts are sometimes very far from this exact moment. And just taking these few breaths at the beginning of any practice, or really at any moment of your day, will help you sort of gather yourself, gather your thoughts, gather your energy to be more wholeheartedly into this present moment. Now you're going to bring one hand to your abdomen, to your stomach, and the other over your heart. And these hands on your body, first of all, will help you feel your breath. And I want you now to try to make that lower hand move a little bit more. So that means inhaling with the intention of opening your lower, or your first phase of breath into your lower lungs. And so you're going to feel your abdomen move, perhaps your solar plexus. And this will also help you arrive more fully into the moment. Your lower chakras start to open and function a little bit more fully with this breath. So we connect to our sense of belonging, our sense of rootedness, the foundations of our soul, as well as our second chakra's guidance, which is to help us navigate the changes in life, the cycles, and better adapt to all of those changes. And our third chakra located around this area of the abdomen, which is where we manifest, where we digest life, and where we have our largest source of energy, our powerhouse. And your upper hand is connecting to your heart, of course, and to your lungs. These hands in our body are also our means of giving ourselves love, right? When we caress our skin, when we massage ourselves, we use our hands. And our hands and arms are an extension of the heart chakra. So today, this gesture of your hands on your heart, on your energy centers of the lower body, are the first gesture of self-love, of gifting yourself this time. All right, good. Take one more deep breath. And at any time during this ritual, you are welcome to exhale through your mouth. This is one form of release that we have, very, very available to us at any moment of the day. Good. So now you're going to bring your diary or your notebook close to you. You can hold it in your hands or place it on your lap, on your leg, whatever feels comfortable. We're going to thank this notebook, this diary, which is going to help us produce a very special form of alchemy that is going to flow from our minds through our arms and hands onto the page. And something magical happens there as we go through this very therapeutic ritual of writing. For a moment, you're just going to stay here with your diary or your notebook in your hands or between your arms. And you're going to go back towards the beginning of this year. Where did you start the year? How did you start the year? Do you remember who you were with? What that moment was like? And as soon as you start to receive images, maybe emotions, sensations, memories, you're going to open your diary. And at the top of a clean page, you're going to write down 2024. And this is going to be a stream of consciousness exercise, which means you write down words that don't necessarily need to make sense. You don't need to write complete sentences. We're just going to try to unload onto the page everything that comes to mind. And I'm going to give you some cues to help you go through this stream of consciousness. So we just started in January of 2024. I just want you to write down whatever comes to mind about the beginning of this year, where you were at physically, where you were at emotionally, who you were with. Maybe you even remember some of your intentions, your New Year's resolutions at the beginning of this year. Just write anything down that comes to mind. And if nothing comes to mind, that's okay. The memories will come as we go along. So we started in January at the beginning of the year. And now I want you just to go forwards a little bit. And you don't need to do this in chronological order. You don't need to do January, February, March. Just start thinking back to what happened this year. And I'll throw out some ideas. Have you been in the same place all year, the same city, the same town? Or have you moved around? And if you moved around, where did you go? Why did you go there? What did you accomplish during these forays or trips outside of the place where you live? And as you start to remember, you're going to have other memories. Write them down, even if it's not what we're specifically cueing. Write everything down. Write down names, write down emotions, write down important moments that come to mind. And I will keep sending out cues, and you're welcome to follow me or just go with whatever came to you at any time. If you had to look back to this year, in addition to the trips, the voyages, the moving from one place to another, what did you devote most of your time to? Was it work? Was it family? Was it a project? Was it travel? What took up most of your time? Who did you spend time with? Was it one particular person over others, or were you working with a group of people that you spent a lot of time with? Were you at home with your family, with a significant other, with your animals, your pets? Did you spend most of your time in one place? Maybe even one area of your house? Or did you divide your time between a workspace and a home space, a friend's place or a family's place? And when you're ready, you can pause this video We're going to start looking into the most important moments of the year. And these could be achievements. They could be achievements in work, achievements in your family life, your love life, personal achievements, and this could be anything. Everything that you're proud of, that you did this year. Everything you'd like to hold on to because of its sentimental value, because it produced joy in your life, because it was something maybe that you had been wanting to do for a long time. This is the moment where you get to applaud yourself, to rejoice in those great moments that life has to bring. And remember, this can also be you're accompanying somebody important in your life who perhaps celebrated a huge success or pivotal moment in their lives, yeah, that you're a big part of. So remember to note that down as well. And again, you can pause this video if you have more to write. If not, we're going to keep going. So life is not just made of beautiful moments, right? And one of the things we really have to note down is also the difficult moments. Yeah, and this could be losses, deaths in your family, or any person that was important to you in your life, or animal. I started the year with the loss of one of my furry children, India. So that was a huge moment for me, and at least in my life, it took up a lot of time and energy and love in my life for the first few weeks of the year. So like that, you might have a significant event that unfolded during the year, or you may be looking back at smaller events that were difficult to go through. And this could be anything as well. It doesn't need to be related to a loss, but perhaps just a complication, yeah, as a lot of complications come up during the year in our lives. Complication that's related to your house, to your work, to your friendships, to your relationships in general, or any other sort of difficulty that tested you this year. Let's write those down. And it's important when you think back to these difficult moments, what emotions those moments brought up. So write down if you felt a lot of sadness, if you felt grief, if you felt anger, fury, if you felt frustration, or just tiredness, exhaustion, boredom, whatever those difficult emotions were, make sure to write them down. And again, you need to pause, yeah, if you have a lot to write down or if you're still working through stuff. And now we're going to look back at the year, sort of take a step back and maybe compare it to other years in our life, right? And reflect upon, okay, I'm starting to remember what the journey was this year. How does that compare to other years in my life? Do I feel like a lot happened this year? Or the opposite, that nothing happened, that I sort of stayed in the same place for a long time? How would you describe this year to somebody else if they asked you, how was your year? Good. So now, as we finish this stage of our writing ritual, just write anything else down that you would like to remember or go back to. Yeah, because you can keep on writing. And I urge you to really keep on writing during the rest of this month, however much time is left during December, to note down what you would like to remember or perhaps release or process from this year. And I guess one of the most important things to do right now as well is to really note down those things that you need to let go of. Sometimes when we don't process something that happened during the year, that sensation, those emotions, and that energy stay with us unless we make the conscious effort to release them. So write down right now again, or circle, or highlight what you need to release from 2024 to be able to start a new cycle in the best way possible without sort of dragging these things on your back as you enter the new year. Okay. And when you're ready, we're going to put together our altar with some specific intentions that probably are starting to arise out of what we've done up to now. So I'm going to scooch back a little bit so that you can see my altar a little bit better, I hope. You may not be able to see it very well, but what I want more than you to see my altar is have the beginnings of your altar in front of you. And before we begin, let me just say this. An altar is a physical representation of a moment in your life. And it is a really palpable material symbol of what you're working on at any specific time. It is a way of honoring life. Every single altar is a beautiful way of honoring life, and a way of processing it at the same time. So having that base to your altar provides sort of the sacred ground. Yeah, it marks this space as something different and more elevated in energy than what is around it. Having your 4 elements or 5 elements represented, depending on what you choose, brings balance and is also a connection to nature. Remember, every time that we connect to nature in every way that we can, we are expanding our life force, and we are automatically allowing ourselves to synchronize with all of the cycles of nature that help us to live more meaningful lives and also help us to live healthier lives, because nature, Mother Earth, is sort of the one that holds our life. She has the answers to a lot of things concerning our small little human lives. So when we accept her guidance, it becomes easier in many ways to live our own lives. So if you don't have your elements, put some water in a little vessel, whatever you can find. It could be a cup even. Grab a little bit of earth and place it on your altar. I have an incense burning here representing spirit. I've got my candle going. You can bring your candle. Always when you light your candle, do it with intention, yeah? Know why you've created this altar. And your intention can be a little bit different than mine, yeah? You're here today for a purpose. Place this purpose on your altar, and when you light that candle, say it aloud, yeah? If not, saying it internally. What I have on my altar right now is just a few leaves of different colors. I'm in the northern hemisphere, so we've got all these beautiful colored leaves during the autumn time. So that's all I have on my altar right now. That's all we really need. But what I will invite you to do during the course of December is to place different things on your altar that symbolize this year. You can also place things on the altar that symbolize the new energy that you'd like to attract. Yeah, and that can be in the form of anything really, any symbol that you'd like to place on here that will remind you of what energy you would like to attract, or what energy maybe you're transmuting, you're processing from this year. Anything that is special to you can come on here. And every time you come back to your altar during December, you're reminding yourself, you're remembering this special underlying quest that you have during the month. So light your altar and you're going to place it to the side. Something before we finish on our altar, something beautiful to do is you can take what you wrote in your journal, take some themes, some words that describe some main themes of this year, or even those things that you want to let go of, write them on little sheets of paper and put them on your altar. And when the 31st comes along, you're going to take all of that and you're going to place it in the fire, which is another way of releasing, letting go, and allowing this year to become a part of nature. Release it into the ether. Okay, so for the next part of this, I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to be sitting here, but you are going to move around, because what we're going to do is we're going to move these experiences that we've brought back to the present from these past few months, and we're going to move them through our body. What tends to happen is that a lot of things that we experience during the year, whether it be the more difficult moments in life or the more positive ones, they tend to stay in our bodies, stick in our bodies sometimes, if we don't allow them to move. So first of all, we're going to recognize those events that sort of stayed in our body through our posture, and then we're going to do a whole exercise on somatic release and unloading of energy. So where you're sitting, there's no right or wrong. You're just going to bring back some of those things that you remembered when we were writing. And one of the things I want you to recall is, okay, if you did a specific job this year, work, whether it be a paid work or a non-paid work, every job that we do usually necessitates, or out of habit, requires us to be in a certain posture. So if you're sitting at the computer most of the year, right, you would be sitting maybe on a chair. I'm on the ground now, so I can't put my legs in that position, but you would be in that position. And then be honest, right? If you tend to round out and do this while you're at your computer, then this is the posture you would adopt as your first posture. You spend a lot of time sitting. Whatever else you dedicate most of your hours to, adopt that position, all right? Just to realize, okay, this is what I kind of force my body into most of the time. All right. Now, once you've done that, I want you to go through some other events of your life that maybe took up a lot of time or that were very powerful. So let me give you an example. I spent a lot of time this year with my sick animals. And I have this image in my head of the hours I spent at the veterinary hospital, usually in a very uncomfortable position with my dogs, just tending to them, holding them, or even just sitting and being with them as they came out of anesthesia or whatever they were going through. I found myself in just in a cold environment, a very uncomfortable position, sometimes having to hold my body in ways that were painful, and that did not do me well. So I want you to think of situations that you went through and what bodily positions you held for So let's go through those difficult situations at first. Just remember some difficult moments and the posture that you found yourself in. Replay a few of those moments. Perhaps you can even see a scene from your life over the last few months. What did you do? How did you move during those moments? Were you with somebody? Were you holding somebody? Were you fighting somebody? Were you angry? If you were, what does your body look like when you were angry? If you were sad, what postures did you assume in that sadness? If you were frustrated, what facial gestures did you adopt? What did you do? What did your hands do? What did your arms do? What did your back do with the frustration? Okay, and now try to look back and think of how you moved. Do you play a sport? Do you go out for walks every day? All right. Whatever it is that you do to move your body, show me how you move. Do you play tennis? Then do those moves. Yeah. Whatever it is that you do as a hobby or a sport, a pastime. And we can move away from the physical movement if what you mostly do is a pastime. I don't know, like knitting, sewing, anything else. Show me what your body looks like when you did that during this year. Good. Okay, and now think of how you related to the people around you. Maybe you have one person in your life that's very significant. Did you hold them? Were you held? What is like a repetitive movement that you do with that person, or maybe other people? Maybe you're a school teacher, maybe you're a massage therapist. What sorts of movements do you make when you're relating to other people? I tend to be a hugger, so I hug a lot. I use my hands a lot, so I put my hands on people's backs a lot of times. I hold my partner's hand. What are some other examples? If you have kids, maybe you're doing something with them constantly with your body. Place yourself in that position, and you could be standing. Yeah, you don't need to be on the ground. Please do stand, move around. If you're gardening, and this is veering away from the relationship movements, but if you're gardening, what position do you adopt when you're outside and you're gardening? Move through the year with your body. Yeah, going back to those placements that you adopt, to those postures. Did you have moments of joy and elation this year? How did your body move? Did you raise your arms? Did you open your arms? Did you just, punch your fist through the air? How did you celebrate? Did you go to sports games? Did you go to a concert? Did you dance? Then bring that back. Yeah, bring those movements back. You want to get back into that life that moved through you. And remember how it moved through you. Close your eyes. Just let yourself go. Embarrassment usually limits us so much, and it doesn't allow us to really embody everything that we live. So this is your moment. Yeah, go back. Feel those feelings. Your body remembers so much, and a lot of what we do during the year, especially the repetitive moments, stay in our bodies. And sometimes, or most of the time, our muscles adapt to those postures. For example, sitting in front of the computer, muscles lengthen and shorten. depending on the amount of time, and usually it's hours, hundreds, thousands of hours that we stay in the same posture year after year, and our body changes with that. So we need to realize how much time we've spent in certain postures to be able to start to release our bodies from those cages that we put them in, or put our bodies in. All right, so take the next couple of minutes to go through any other movement or pose that you can remember adopting during this year. Because soon we're going to start to liberate ourselves from those restrictive movements or postures. We're going to stand now. Just place one foot down, lift the other, place it down. Yeah, starting to feel the bottom of our feet, our foundation. Our feet that have taken us so many places this year and every year of our lives. Every year of our lives. Our poor feet. So we're just going to give our feet a little bit of movement, lifting each heel. Good. And now we're going to bounce a little bit. And this is where we start our release. We are going to release from our body all of those things that our bodies lived through, all of those sometimes rigid positions we placed our body in. We're just going to bounce. Yeah, and let your heels bounce as well. Release your arms from your shoulders down. And you're going to exhale through your mouth. Open your mouth wide. You might feel a yawn come through. And I want you to get comfortable with sound, yeah? Whatever sound comes out is the sound that needs to come out as we continue with this bouncing. And as you bounce, scan to see if there's some part of your body that is hard for you to release, to let go of. So this could be your knees. So move your knees a little bit from side to side. Maybe it's your butt, your pelvic floor, your hips. Move your hips, your waist. Move it around a little bit. Your upper back, your chest and your breasts, your arms from the shoulder to the elbow to the wrist, the hands and the fingers, your neck. How about your neck? Wobble a little bit. Release your neck. Now you're going to fill your cheeks. Release your mouth. Good. Your head. We're moving this year out of us. So conscientiously now, you're going to exhale. Let go of this year, especially those things that you need to release. The emotions, the sad moments, the difficult moments, the people maybe, or the projects, the jobs that you need to let go of, the moments. Good. Keep bouncing. All right. Now you're going to focus on your right leg. You can hang on to something if you need to. Just shake everything out of that leg. Everything that you can. Just shake it as if you had ants crawling on it and you want to take the ants off. Shake. Good. Shake it a little bit harder. Okay. Settle down. Stop moving. Feel the difference between your right leg and your left leg. Good. Now transfer your weight to your right leg and start shaking your left. You can grab onto something. Maybe I should. All right, just shake that left leg. Now shake from the hip down to the toes. Shake, 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 shake. Shake a little faster. Get the ants off of that leg. We're opening all of the energy channels, the nadis that run through our legs as well. Yeah. Opening the energy centers, many of which are sometimes dormant, or closed. All right, rest the left leg, no movement, and feel your left leg now. Good. And let's go with the right arm. Shake that right arm. Shake it from the shoulder to the elbow, elbow to wrist, the hand and the fingers. Shake, shake, shake. Exhale through the mouth. Okay, a little bit more, a little bit faster. Okay, rest that right arm. Notice the difference between the right arm and the left. And now let's go with the left arm. Shake the left arm. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shoulder to elbow, elbow to wrist, hand and fingers. Shake those ants off. Shake all of that work this year off of your arm. Let go and start opening up the energy in this arm a little bit faster and rest. Feel that sensation. Good. Now we're going to bring towards us, you're going to open your arms, open your hands really wide, close them into a fist and draw the hands in. And we're going to press, we're pressing the arm, activating the biceps and the triceps and all of the strength in our arms. We're going to bring the doubts and the fears and the sadness and the anger all towards us in this moment. Just hold on to all of those things that cause you stress and that you really, really need to let go of. We're going to bring it all in, bring it all in. You're going to bend your knees just a little bit, separate your legs, and we're going to release everything forward in one big sound. Ready? First, inhale, exhale, forward. Good. Do it again. Bring it in and another time. Good. One more. And one more. Good, 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 good. All right, now we're going to do the same thing down towards the ground. So you're going to inhale, lift, let go to the ground. Keep doing it with your own sound. Whatever comes out. Again. Good. Okay, if you have more to let go, then keep doing it. If you go forward, we're releasing everything from the heart and the lungs, all of this area where we tend to keep in, a lot of our emotions. And you can, if not, just let it go to the ground. Release. And you can keep on with this motion, with this release, as long as you want. You can pause the video, and when you're ready, come back to me. Because what we're going to do now after the release is welcome some simple yoga sequences and asanas to help us center and align ourselves. So we start in this beginning pose of Tadasana, mountain pose, which helps us bring balance, strength, and centeredness to both body, mind, and soul. And all you need to do is take your attention down to your feet, to the bottom of your feet. Bring your toes up, take them down. Grab the earth with your toes. Feel the strength of the bottom of your feet. And we're going to tense the feet just a little bit. And you're going to take that tension, the muscle grab, the muscle embraces the bone up through the ankles, the lower legs. Bend your knees just a little bit and tense up your thighs, hamstrings, quadriceps. Tense your gluteus muscles, and now bring your tailbone down and a little bit forward. We're awakening the pelvic floor and the first chakra here. Good. And now I want you to breathe low to your stomach as you hold on to this muscle embrace in the bottom of your body. Open your abdomen, open your solar plexus, open your chest. Bring your shoulders up and back just a little bit and then settle them down into their sockets. Your arms are long and light. Open your palms. Bring your chin in just a little bit. Extend your neck up towards the sky, your head up towards the sky. Good. All right. Now release the muscle embrace, but keep that posture where it is. Inhaling, bring your arms up towards the side and up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Look for that deep inhale that goes down to the bottom of your stomach. And exhale smoothly, slowly as you bring your arms down. One more time. Good. Now, on the next inhale, you're going to bring your right arm up and over to the left. You can place your left hand on your hip. Good. Now, as you exhale, bring your arm forward, your head down in front of you. And then come back up vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, left arm up. Feel a side stretch. Exhale, forward. Hang your head. Arm down forward in front of you, and vertebra by vertebra, you come up. Last thing to come up is the head. Repeat the same thing. Now searching, going forward really far with your arm, feeling the stretch along the back and the shoulder as well as the neck. Left arm comes up. Root your heels down. Good. And this is the 3rd cycle. Follow the breath. Yeah, sometimes the movement causes the breath to go faster. What we want to do is the movement needs to follow the breath. So very slowly bring the arm up and over and down. Good, and come back up. From here, inhale, slowly do a twist towards the left, allowing the right heel to come up until you face back and wrap your arms around you, taking your vision as far left as you can. Inhaling, come back to center, slowly go the other way. Same thing. Just taking in the horizon around us as we go from side to side. Exhaling when you reach the twist. Your vision is expanding. You're taking in everything that you have around you. And that's what we're doing at the end of this year. We want to widen our gaze. We want to open our eyes so that we can fully appreciate the end of this year with everything that's involved. The gatherings, the celebrations, all of it. We want to take it in the best way possible. And this movement is helping us achieve that on a physical level that will afterwards transfer to a spiritual one. All right, so stay with your arms to the side, shoulder level, just reach out, legs wide, reaching out. We're gonna widen our stance, yeah, with our feet, just make your feet even wider. Face your toes in so you have a strong grasp of the ground. You can bend your knees a little bit. You're going to take your buttocks out, your chest forward, and at the end, drop your arms, drop your head, Baddha Konasana. Stretch your hands forward, bend your knees a little bit, take your buttocks back, feel that length of your back there. Just settle into that, bend your knees a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Drag your hands along the ground. If you don't touch the ground, that's okay. If you've got your blocks with you, use your blocks. Just place your block or blocks in the center, your hands on it. Inhaling. Lengthen the spine, open the chest, lengthen the neck and the head forward. exhale, take your heart towards the ground. Inhale, you're going to take your butt out, lengthen the spine, lengthen the arms, top of the head forward, open chest, exhale, come back down. And one more time there. Good. All right, so if you've got your block or you've got your cushion, take the block back. Yeah, it's a little bit behind you. Your hands are on the ground if you reach the ground. If not, just leave them on your thighs. Bring your heels in a little bit, then your toes, then your heels, and then slowly you're going to bring your butt down to your block or your cushion, and you're going to settle there into Malasana. So we've got our knees open, our feet facing outwards. If this is available to you, you stay in this posture. If you need to separate your feet out a little bit, that's fine. If you need to put your butt on the ground, that's fine as well. Yeah, they're all different variations, all very effective, equally effective. We're going to place our elbows on the inside of our knees, bring your palms together. This is a very earth pose, yeah. We connect to the earth here, one of the oldest poses that humans have adopted throughout time. The tribal communities spend a lot of time in as they do their daily chores. And you can slowly bring your body forward and back in this position, widening the pelvic floor, opening this bottom area of the body as well as the chest. Just sensing the relief and even maybe the remembrance of the body, as the body has been in this pose before throughout time. Good. Now let go of your neck. We're going to do some neck circles here, just very slowly, exhaling as you come down, inhaling as you come up through the side. And when you reach the top, stretch your neck up. Yeah, don't throw your head back. Focus on extending the head up towards the sky when you come up. And after your next exhale, you're going to change direction. Good. After your third repetition, let go of the neck circles, let go of the arms. We're going to sit back down on the floor if you're on a cushion. We're just going to bring the right leg over the left, and you have two choices here. You can keep both legs like this. You can actually put a block below your buttocks, especially if one of the sides is off the ground, or you can extend the bottom leg. So the left leg would be extended and the right one you would bring to your chest. And this is the first thing we want to do. We want to just feel the stretch in the side hip and the buttocks by embracing this knee, this right knee. And again, any of the postures, the important thing to notice in these poses is that the two sides of your butt need to be on the ground or on a block. You need to have that base from which to enter this knotted pose. And then from the base, your pelvic floor up to the top of your head. When you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and then embrace that leg a little bit more, bringing the knee towards your chest. Good. And whichever variation you're in, you're going to either keep the left arm around the leg, or you can lengthen that left arm and cross it over. And we're going to go towards the twist. So take your right hand back behind you. The most important thing is for the shoulders to be level. So the back arm can be straight or can be a little bit bent. Now take your attention to your abdomen, and from there, start twisting towards the right. Inhale, lengthen that spinal column. Exhale, look back to wherever you can. And we're going to do a little bit of an eye massage here. In the twist, look to the right as far as you can, up and down, up and down. Just finding those edges of your eyesight on the right-hand side as you breathe and as you twist. Twisting out rigid muscles, twisting out energy that's been trapped perhaps in some parts, some little caves in our body. After your next exhale, come back to center. All right, we're going to do a counter twist to the other side, which should feel really good. Just explore. You can look up, look down, see how your neck is doing. Good. Come back to center. Bring your two legs out in front. Move them a little bit. And now we're going to twist to the other side. So your right leg is either going to be extended or bent in front of you, and the left leg is going to bend over that right leg. So first, find your base. Find your foundation, your two sit bones. Use your cushion or your block if you need to, and hug that left knee towards you. Feel that beautiful openness along the left buttock and the leg. Relax your face and your shoulders. Good. Lengthen your spine. And then whenever you're ready, go into your twist, either with the arm around the leg or in front. Step by step, finding your foundation, lengthening from there on your inhale, entering your twist on your exhale. Get back to your breath, trying to find that low first phase, second phase of breathing, stomach and solar plexus. And then the last thing with your eyes, you're looking for the outer reaches of that left side. Again, expanding our vision. A lot of times we get pigeonholed into one way of seeing life, right? Or thinking about life day to day. We want to expand that now. Good. Come back to center on the inhale. Bring the legs back out. Shake them a little bit more. Good. And from here, you're going to lie back into your Shavasana, step by step. First, just lie down. Bring your knees to your chest. Just allow yourself to roll from one side to another, massaging your back, allowing your head to be free, your neck to be totally relaxed. Good, and now we're gonna do circles, knees together. Just draw circles around your lower back, massaging that part of your body. Good, and now you're gonna go in the other direction. Inhaling, exhaling even deeper now that the front of your body is relaxed. The back of your body is well supported by the earth, the ground that you are lying down on. Good. Come back to center with your knees, and we're going to drop our knees to the right, wherever they fall. You can have a cushion underneath them if that helps you. You can extend that top leg and bend it. You can place your right hand along that top leg wherever it feels good to help with that opening and that twist. You can take your face towards the left and reach forward with your chin to feel that beautiful stretch of the neck. And again, remember your breath. And allow your breath to help you settle into the pose. On your next inhale, come back to center with your legs, with your head, and then exhale and drop down to the other side. And again, at first we're exploring, so move the top leg, extend it, bend it. You can adjust the pose to whatever you need today. And a really good habit here is to lift your scapulas, yeah? Dig your elbows in, lift the upper body, and then settle down again, and that will deepen your twist. Your arms are extended to your sides. You can take your face towards the right, reach the chin forward. See what's good for your neck. And then bring back your attention into your breath. And breathe deeper, longer, slower. Good. Inhale, knees back to center. And exhale and extend your legs. Extend one heel, the other heel. Take your arms to the most comfortable position possible. Open your legs up a little bit more in a big sort of starfish position. Bring some activity to your feet and your hands, and then settle them down. Dig your heels into the ground, and this is going to help you connect with your lower first chakra, and then release. Now the same thing with your buttocks. Just press into the ground with your butt. You're going to feel the activation of Mula Bandha, our first chakra lock. Exhale, release. Now press your shoulder blades into the ground. Your chest is going to open a little bit more. And release, opening the heart chakra. Press the backs of your hands into the ground just a little bit. And release. And the last one is a lot softer than the rest. You're going to press the back of your head into the ground. And release. And feel the beautiful body-wide, body-length release. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose now. Unless you feel anxiety still, you still feel anxiety or stress, any sort of disequilibrium, then exhale through the mouth. If not, just keep inhaling and exhaling through the nose. You don't have to do anything here. Shavasana invites us to just be open, relaxed, to surrender. It's all we need to do right now is just surrender the weight of our body, surrender any activity, both physical and mental, to allow our energy to renew itself. It already is. Our breath comes in pure and slow into the body, opening up the lungs, mobilizing the abdomen, massaging the internal organs, the solar plexus and the ribs, the middle body. Feel the soft movement of the breath at the end of the inhale as it moves through the chest. And as you exhale, everything releases a little bit more as you let go, breath by breath of this year, letting go of everything that happened during the year, letting go in a beautiful ritual of rest and release. ready to change our skin, change into a new cycle, a new stage of life, an exciting new chapter of our lives. As we do that, we comfortably, even joyfully, release the old. A small smile draws itself on your lips as your entire face relaxes, letting go of tension in the eyes and the forehead, cheeks, and the jaw. Everything is soft. Everything is light. And with each breath, you become lighter and lighter, softer and softer. Feeling like a cloud. Like a cloud feels airy, tenuous. We connect with that part of ourselves that is full on ether, spirit, energy. And the energy is a light in all of our body, from our toes up to our hips up to our chest, from our chest to our fingertips, and from our heart to the top of our head. There is light, there is energy. It runs in rivers called nadis and channels. It pools together and it moves as in a star around each of our energy centers or chakras, along our spinal column, along the length of our legs and our arms. We hold energy in our palms, in the bottoms of our feet. Relax your hands and your feet. And the energy moves and cleanses our entire body, our brain. Everything is being renewed and cleansed. We are filling ourselves with beautiful new energy, energy of love and joy, of peace and serenity. Breathe in and breathe out in quiet fortitude, centered and serene. Centered and serene. And as an octopus would move through the sea, when you're ready, just allow some flowing liquid movement into your body, connecting with the softness, the fluidity of this beautiful, fascinating body of yours. Allowing this last physical voyage of our ritual to take you from your shavasana, your relaxation pose, to one side of your body. Just allowing it to be as slow and sweet as possible. As as you come back into a sitting position, we're going to allow mantra to guide us in to the last part, the last little tiny ritual in this ritual that we've entered into today, which is gratitude. So when you reach your sitting position, just take a moment to feel gratitude, to thank all of the experiences that have come into your life this year. The good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, the positive, the negative, the easy and the not so easy. All of it is life and has brought us to this moment. And we're going to cultivate this gratitude throughout the month of December. And this mantra that we're going to sing is a mantra of gratitude. It basically says thanks and praise. Dhanyavad. It's just two words. Dhanyavad, which we're going to repeat several times. Dhanyavad. And Ananda, which means joy. So as you sing, just bring the vibration of gratitude into you. Sanskrit is a magical language. It's a vibrational language, in that what we're singing is not really so much about the meaning as it is the vibration, and we will be singing the vibration of gratitude, and that vibration will extend throughout our body, throughout our muscles and our bones. We're going to bring gratitude into our bones, as well as through the subtle layers of our mind and our soul. Dhanyavad. 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 Ananda. 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 Dhanyavad. Ananda. Just feel your breath, feel your energy. Relax in the center of yourself. As we sing Om to conclude and close this end of the year ritual, first exhale, let all the air out, and then you're going to take a beautiful long and slow inhale. You can stay in meditation as long as you need. When you're ready to finish, just bring your hands together at your heart, and which way is natural and good to you. You can say a few words, you can say one word, you can say a prayer, whatever feels good. You're going to close your practice in thanks. Om Shanti. So as you go along the end of this year, keep everything we did today close to your heart. Keep writing in your journal. Have conversations with your loved ones about what this year was to you, what it meant to you, what you remember of the year as we continue to process this latest chapter of our lives and prepare for the new chapter. Have a wonderful, wonderful end of the year. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. See you at our next ritual. All my love.